Hello viewer, this is Wargrave. Welcome back to my low turn count playthrough of Fire Emblem 8 Sacred Stones. Now begins Phantom Ship, one of the most notorious chapters of Sacred Stones. Not only does the player face annoying and dangerous fog, but a pretty significant horde of enemies, many of which can't be reached by ground units and will ambush the player, the worst of which is the Deathgora boss, making the apparent choke points far less useful. Plus, keeping La Rochelle out of harm's way is hard, when she appears on the other side of the enemy ship. All in all, Phantom Ship can be a nightmare for casual play. These obstacles don't mean as much for low turn count play though. I can toggle the fog on and off as I plan my moves, meaning the fog doesn't conceal information, although it still prevents initiating attacks on unseen enemies. Since I have Colm and access to torches, revealing the enemies I want to attack on player phase isn't hard. What's harder is keeping Colm out of combat, since he performs very poorly against the enemies in this chapter. The key to this map is not turn-by-turn tactics so much as it is overarching strategy. I switched which area each unit covered a few times. Helium naturally gets dropped on the boat, since that's a job that requires little movement and high defense. Even with his good defense, he still requires all 3 elixir uses. Promoting him would make things easier and allow him to gain a lot of axe rank, but his long-term potential would suffer slightly. Without Warp, the endgame will be much longer, particularly chapters 16 and 19. My only qualm with delaying his promotion is his axe rank, as I would prefer the slow Gilliam have the option of wielding Garm, especially since Vidofnir will likely be in another's hands. Vanessa clears some of the upper ocean before reaching her final destination in the upper left corner. Franz, Ford, and Ephraim board the boat before splitting up. Franz back left to cope with the boss reinforcements, Ephraim in the middle because Ford can't handle that position, and Ford to the right bottom to kill the eyes there. Colm tries to avoid combat, and as for the upper right gargoyles, they are left to green Dazla. I ought to speak about Dazla here. He is one of my last team members. He is painfully slow, but a high crit chance makes doubling often unneeded. Berserker is perhaps the best infantry class. They may only have axes, but axes alone are better than swords and bows combined, with an absurd sacred twin, which makes even Dazla sufficiently fast. Plus 15% crit and movement over water and peaks are much better perks than secondary bows or swords. As a class, Berserker may be better even than some mounted classes like Great Knight or Female Great Lord. That's about it for Chapter 11. I completed in 6 turns. See you next time.